Hey everyone, my name is Matt and welcome to the channel. And today I'm going to give you my non-spoiler review of Black Adam. And I gotta say, I really enjoyed this film. I had an absolute blast at the theaters watching it, and I definitely would see this movie again for sure. But like I said, I'm going to keep this non-spoiler, just give you my overall thoughts, a couple of the details, maybe who's involved, and then talk about a specific end credit scene that was mentioned. But I will give you a warning before I get into that portion. But overall, like I said, I had a really great time with this movie. I think the story was solid. Black Adam, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson did a fantastic job portraying him. This movie was full of action. The story was okay. It wasn't the most solid story. It wasn't the best superhero movie in the world, but it was really good. Getting back to the action was great. I really liked it. Black Adam in this is brutal. And it's kind of what you expected coming from Black Adam, because he's not a hero. He's more of an anti-hero. He's more of like a bad guy kind of thing. So I really enjoyed this film. I thought it was great. Definitely worth the wait. Definitely worth going to the theaters and spending the money on, because I had a blast. It was just a great popcorn flick. It was just fun being at the theaters again, watching a superhero movie, just telling a good story. I have to say this nowadays because that's kind of what people look out for. There was no type of political messaging. It doesn't matter where you lean in life or whatever, you can enjoy this movie. And that is what movies should be. That's why Top Gun, I think, was so successful. And I think that's why audiences love this, is because it doesn't matter who you are or what you believe in or what you like, you will have fun with this movie. Like I said, The Rock, I think, killed it. He did a great job. He definitely makes, like, this movie makes me want to see more from the DC universe, and it's got me excited to see what they have next in store. I definitely, and we'll talk about the end credits here shortly because that matters. I will make sure I point that out so I don't spoil it in case you don't know, but everybody should know by now what I'm talking about. But just some of the other, I have to give some other notable like nods to, because I think a couple other people played really great characters in this as well. So the Justice Society showed up in this movie, and I think they did a really good job. I knew who Hawkman was, and I think Hawkman was played well. There was Atom Smasher. You also had Cyclone showed up. But I think the one who stole the show in regards to the Justice Society was Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate. He did a great job in this movie. And I knew a little bit about Dr. Fate and a couple of these characters, like I said, not a bunch, right? I'm not the biggest DC fan out there. I've always, as a kid, more leaned towards Marvel, but I've always had a love affair for DC. But this kind of have gotten me into, like, now I want to know more about the characters. I think Pierce Brosnan did a fantastic job. They did good. Like, I was very impressed. I went in there with lower expectations, to be quite honest with you, and I had fun. Like, there was some funny moments in it, but at the good times, not some of the cheesy Marvel stuff that you tend to see, not overkill. It made you laugh when you needed to laugh. It was serious when it needed to be serious. It was a really well done movie. You also had Viola Davis reappear as Amanda Waller, which, again, this all kind of leads me to believe that they are not going to be going away from the quote-unquote Snyderverse. I think those characters will still be in play, which is, I think, a good thing. I'm not saying Zack Snyder has to come back for that, but what he created and the people who are portraying those characters, I think, need to stay because they do a fantastic job. So overall, I highly recommend you checking out this film. I had a blast. It's definitely worth going to the theater for. It's about 2 hours. It was a lot of fun, a lot of action. What you want out of a superhero / anti-hero origin story. The story was okay. Like I said, the main plot, some weak points. There are some couple aspects of the movie you're like, that's not the greatest, right? But overall, solid film. I would give it out of 10, probably about a 7.5. I really had a fun time with it, and I would definitely rewatch it. And that's the thing. Rewatchability is key. Would I ever rewatch this movie? Absolutely. I think it's fun. I think the plans and what they're going to be going forward is really what excites me about this film. I want to see how Black Adam plays a future role in the DC universe. I'm excited to see now what DC is going to be doing with the DC universe, and that leads me to the end credit scene. So I'm going to get into a little bit of spoilers here. I would imagine everybody already knows where we're at with the end credit scene. But in case you don't, spoiler warning, but Henry Cavill makes his return as Superman at the end of this movie, which was awesome to see. Like, and it was very short, right? He shows up, he talks to Black Adam, and it basically cuts the screen after the like mid-credit scene. But it was great, and it's awesome to see him back on screen. I loved Henry Cavill as Superman. I definitely am excited to see what they do, and I am so glad that they are moving forward with him on screen as Superman, because I think him, Henry Cavill as Superman, The Rock playing Black Adam, will be fantastic if they go one-on-one with each other. And then, not to mention, bringing in Shazam and those movies, because that plays a very pivotal role in Black Adam, is Shazam and all of that. So I'm really excited to see where it goes and how this portrays. Like I said, I haven't had that much excitement for a superhero movie in a very long time. Marvel is it's kind of dead to me. Like, it's a joke at this point, and I'm not just bashing it to bashing it. That's just my opinion. If you're liking it, great. More power to you. I just don't really have a lot of excitement right now for anything Marvel future coming forward. But this has gotten me excited to see what they plan on doing. And it looks like that there is hope for the DC universe if they do it correctly. That all depends, because we tend to see these companies really crap the bed when it comes to these IPs. But I think they're learning their lesson, and I think the success of this is going to show them what people want. Movies like Maverick, movies like this that are no messages, no nonsense, right? It's just pure story, pure fun, pure action. This is what we want. This is what fans want. They just want to have a good time at the theater. It was a good movie. Is this the best, like I said, superhero movie ever? No, obviously not, right? But it was enjoyable. It was a fun time. It was a good escape for 2 hours, just kind of getting away. And I had fun. I had a blast at the theater. Laughed out loud a couple times. It had you smiling, laughing. It had you like, oh my God, that was cool. Like, that was a great scene. Like I said, a couple brutal moments. The fight scenes were awesome. Loved the action. And I had blast. And I think that's what movies really are supposed to be about. So if you have seen Black Adam, let me know in the comments what you thought, if you liked it. Like I said, the critics are absolutely crapping all over this. The fans are loving it, and rightfully so. I think it's a good movie. Again, not the best, but it's well done, and it's worth your time going to check it out if you're into superhero movies, especially if you're a DC fan. So let me know in the comments below if you like the movie. I always love to hear your thoughts. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. I do all kinds of reviews, TV show reviews, and stay up to date on pop culture news, all that stuff. So let me know in the comments below what you think. If you like this video, please hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. And until next time, take care.